All right, the Miami Dolphins have announced that they are going to release Tyreek Hill at the end of the season. Is this a cold business or was this the plan all along? How we feel about this?
Oh,
I think
business.
this. No, I think this is what they both wanted. I think this was a mutual understanding from both sides, and he wants to go to a contender. He wants to be able to get healthy and go to a contender.
Still cold business.
Cold business.
Why the man hurt?
Yeah,
you
still
could wait till
cold
the
business.
I mean,
so
he
the-
was celebrating.
Yeah.
He
That
was-
might have been why he was
cheering and
celebrating.
saying yes. That's probably why he was celebrating.
what if that was the morphine? He did snap his stuff. Like I don't
He
think
ain't
he.
get no morphine.
You
Get
don't
no
know
card right
that.
away.
You don't know.
Oh, I know.
I
He
just
probably took Toro before the game already, so he ain't really.
man. You couldn't send me
I
a
be
text
thinking I was
message.
shooting that Tardo up.
He wasn't even in surgery yet. They said they go cut him after the season. Like
Yeah.
Well, bro, they probably already had talks about it. They probably went through this already.
Yeah.
Like the media's been painting that picture all this whole time.
All along.
do y'all believe that's the best way to handle this? Like Tyreek is still Tyreek, you know, whether the injury happened. Do you think it's best to release a player like that? Or if you're a business, we always talk about owners in business, or is it best to trade and get some draft picks?
Oh, you're not about to trade and get
Are they
drafted
taking a
for
hit
him.
financially? Is it a cash
You
hit?
for sure gonna take because
It depends on how much.
Nah. Just on a business tip, right? Like, I feel like it's bad business to release somebody or announce that you're gonna release somebody, or it's known, even though everybody kind of know that's what you want to do because of the bad blood that was already going on, or the things off the field that's been going on with him. But to just really like declare you're injured, cool. Well, as soon as we can get you back healthy, you're out of here. Like I feel like that's kind of shady. But I don't really know what picks, trades, what you're gonna get because no one really knows what his recovery is gonna be like and how fast he's gonna be back. This time in the year, that means a year from now the season's already started. You probably don't have a healthy Tyreek at day one. Can he go play? Trust me, I've done that before. We can go play, but I'm not healthy to perform at the level what I need or what you're expecting.
What we in week 5?
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to say we just saw Stephon Diggs come back and light it up in Buffalo.
Yeah,
We light it up.
but what did
welcome
he
home.
get? I forgot what did he have?
You
What
know.
was his? And
Torn ACL.
torn ACL. But
And he
do y'all
injured
remember-
his in what, like week 12, week 10? So I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying, like, these players is coming back. I don't know if the doctors is doing some special juju or whatever, but
No, they are, but I'm gonna be real. All right, I got a chance to see Stephon in Minnesota when I went there for a little bit, and him, what he did, that was to me more offensive and then like scrambling on the play, making plays. Still productive, but that ain't Stephon Diggs that like and like really get busy and then people not really catch him when he's taking off on runs. Like, I mean, think about it. He is older too, so his speed and everything is not really there the same. But I still believe that, yes, he's healthy. Like I said, you can be healthy and play, but to be your like top tier self of like I think if he's top tier and really gets the one-on-one matchups, throw me the back shoulders, throw me the fade ball over the top. Like I think that because a lot of that stuff was even when you watch. It was a scramble, right? The deep ball. Then you had another scramble where he caught it, and then another one where he kind of sat down in the zone, and then he, made a little move and man up. All productive and effective things that I said you can play, but I also know I've seen him catch the ball and still get windy for another like 30, 40 plus yards and not have to slide or not get down or take a hit and keep on pushing. So productive, yes, don't get me wrong, but I still think it's kind of even like I said with Odell before, because I know everyone knows that production when he got to the Rams, right? Because Cleveland, it was. I know how that is when you play in the cold versus when you get to play in the heat. Like
city.
that cold, you be stiff, like nothing seems like it's working. But when you got to the Rams, all of a sudden it was like that. I think it was like that first playoff game, and I think he had like 2 tutties, and he went crazy. And his routes was actually like he was feeling himself. You could tell he was really feeling like the young Odell for a hot second. Whether it was the Toradol or whatever the hell he had, he had it, but
That's why I hate to say it. It seems like I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. It seems like the guys that have that phone booth twitch and quickness, who can separate in tight spaces. Seems like they can come back from injuries okay.
saying.
yeah.
I think I could be wrong, but I'm like, it seems like maybe the deep threat, long speed, deep ball, that could be lost. I feel like, you know what I mean. You could run into age, and you're not running as fast. You don't have that same deep ball ability. But it seems like guys are getting older, but they're not really losing that window of separation like with Stephon. So I guess I'm waiting to see with Tyreek when he comes back. What is his game going to look like? Because I feel like we know him as a deep ball threat, speed guy, but he can run routes.
Mm-hmm.
He is a route runner, but I don't know if his production is that phone booth separation. He's getting open in tight spaces. I don't know. I feel like I see him making more plays downfield with his speed.
What's really crazy about that, when you talk about those phone booth guys, is really not even the true route running. It's the understanding of leverage and the hit, throwing my hit by, the arm fighting, all that stuff, or knowing okay, the DB is taught to attack my outside legs to send me back. So even when Stephon made that juke and he went back inside, he so that way he knows. Or same thing, even if you take a young guy right now, Travis Hunter. Remember the juke that he just did, I think, last week? Yeah. He was about to go back inside, and he realized that defender was taking the inside, so he was able to and get back to the outside. So if you can just, like you said, just be in that phone booth and just have those little visors around you and get right, those are the hardest ones, because what's different about a long speed guy or a deep threat, somebody that I remember we called was Travis Benjamin, right?
Mm-hmm.
He would be down the field, but since you're so fast, you probably don't get people touching. You probably don't understand the hand fighting. So when that injury happens to you, now you got to learn how to and do all the chicken wing, and you don't have that. Because I remember I met in my rookie year, in my second year, we had Jason Avant and Jericho Cotchery, two older guys. But I'm talking about they were teaching me the hand. They were you were sitting on top shoulder, so I took your hip and swiped you by. If you get to the back hip and I can't do this, then it makes it harder. So I was learning a lot. Honestly, going against them my rookie year helped me out a lot, because I did a lot of reps with them two in just the craftiness. And then I also had Kelvin Benjamin, who at that time was at least physical, ran routes almost like a tight end. Then we had Greg Olsen out with guard. So I had a lot of different guys in practice when we were in training camp, where I was learning how to play physical with him. I was learning how to with Greg Olsen, I remember his routes weren't even that, to me as a DB, they weren't that crisp. So I had to learn how to not let him chicken wing me, and I had to let him use his own thing. But that helped me out from when I played Jimmy Graham, because Jimmy Graham wanted to then bump into me. I'm let me back up, let me make him make his own break so I can plant and drive. And it's just a lot of stuff you can figure out with those phone booth guys, and they just make it hard because they're constantly just
moving,
switching,
jab, hand down. But I think Tyreek can develop into one of those guys.
I think so
He's
too.
gonna have to.
Right? I don't think that'll be a problem for him. I think he's twitchy enough to to get that. When I think of him, I don't think of him. I think of him going downfield.
You think it's just him outrunning everybody?
Yeah. Me personally,
he's going to have to become a Stephon Diggs or a Keenan Allen, those.
Yes.
If he wants the longevity, if he's trying to play long.
The crazy part is he's quicker and faster than both of them, even after the injury, which is
we don't know that though.
Well, this what I'm gonna tell you. This what I'm gonna.
Keenan, he's faster than, but Keenan was never built around speed.
And I agree. I'm just saying
craftiness, how he get open. How he
I'm saying 2 steps after this injury, slower, he's still faster than Stephon Diggs.
So I'm going to also tell you this.
Compared to 4.3, you shave a couple of those temps off, I still think he a high, or I guess a low 4.3.
Right.
One of the things being able to line up in front of all these guys that you're talking about right now, Stephon had a lot of that phone booth, right?
Definitely.
Keenan had a lot of that. Tyreek, I remember Tyreek using his speed, but what was so scary and dangerous about him is he'd be using speed, then all of a sudden you had the and he'd be like,
he got twitched
I didn't know you had that. It's really not just speed. He does have the, and he can go at that rate and still get a right. For Stephon or Keenan Allen, it might be a 1-2 or a rocker and get out. But Tyreek's is 1, 2, 3, and on that fourth one, it's like
Speed out
of there. And
True
I used
speed out.
like I remember I had especially when I was with the Cardinals, we had a couple things where like Patrick Peterson was supposed to be following Tyreek, but then they might go to hurry up, and I ended up on Tyreek a few plays, and in a few of those plays, like if I didn't understand how to read the 3-step or read quarterback, I would be messed up because like, I remember there was a play he threatened me with so much speed, but I just happened to see Mahomes hit like a 3-step drop, so I'm like I'm afraid because I think he finna go, but then I'm looking at the corner of my eye and I'm like, bro, he ain't dropped back for a deep throw though, and I just took a guess and just sat, and when I sat, Patrick Mahomes had to just throw the ball in the ground because I basically like Tyreek just came right at me, and and it was just like it was again like if I would have probably just tried to play one-on-one, just look at him, I probably would have been all over the place.
Because he might have been so fast that he didn't have to even use all of the creativity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like some of these guys, they don't have the speed that he has, so they have to, as they age, they got to develop all these nuances to running routes and eluding the speed and everything like that. That's why I think it's going to be cool to watch his, evolvement after this injury.
Because he's got to get creative.
If it slows him down.
The more effort he put into that rehab, he might come back crazy.
Nah, right. With a better team.
With a better team.
With a better team.
Still draft you in my fantasy next year, big dog. Say less.